Welcome, high school basketball fans, to SNSN Radio, the streaming news and sports network, for this ECC Division II quarterfinal game between the Griswold Lady Wolverines versus the Stonington Lady Bears. I'm John Harden, along with Mike Minarski, and we've got Dan Matheson bringing you the pictures live here in Stonington from the Bears' lair. Mike, I think we're in for a good one.
The Bears' lair, huh?
That's what they say.
Come to my evil lair. Was that Dr. Evil?
No, he wants $1 million.
$1 million. Well, speaking of all that stuff, which has nothing to do with basketball, the Griswold Wolverines, the ladies, have played the Stonington Bears twice. Both games have been very, very close. You and I were here for the first contest between the two.
Way back in the middle of December.
I know. And it was a very close contest. It was, it was neck and neck until the very end. Then, of course, foul shots kind of create the distance a little bit at the end of the game. But it was very, very close. And then the second one at Griswold, same thing. This is a game. This is not going to be a blowout. It shouldn't be a blowout whatsoever. They both play excellent defense.
Right, very physical defenses.
Physical and that's not selling them short at all, because they honestly do. They're very, very rough. And, here's what I think has to happen today, John. I think you got to have Sonia Matheson in the paint, going for everything and being the little dirt dog that she's been since she was a freshman, throwing herself all over the place. She needs that. She needs to show that senior leadership.
Right.
Just has to.
Former ECC Player of the Week. She's up again for Athlete of the Week, pulling off her 5th double-double.
Right.
But, yeah, getting her down, playing the defense that we've seen her play the last couple of games and being able to get those rebounds and get the second and third attempts, that's really probably going to be the difference, because talking about the contest where these two teams have faced each other already earlier this year, the first game went Stonington's way only by 8 points, 36-28, and then game 2 at Griswold was only a 10-point game, 37-47. But then after that game, both teams, Griswold went on a 6-3 run. Stonington went on a 6-2 run during the same time frame.
Yep.
But Griswold's coming into this game beating number 10 seed Putnam on Tuesday, 50-22.
Yeah.
So I think Coach Babcock has the Lady Wolverines ready to meet up with the Lady Bears once again.
Yeah, I think the other thing that has to happen, we have to see two key things. Of course, number one I mentioned was Sonia being, very aggressive, underneath the hoop, in the paint. I think you need, number one, because the other players are going to feed off of that. They're going to watch the senior, go ahead and leading the way. So she needs to do that. And I think that what happens. Every time Sonia does that, they go on a run.
They do.
Okay. Second thing is Lindsay Van Lannen has to hit her shots.
Van
She's
Lannen
got to hit her shots.
Bringing up Van Lannen just on Tuesday, 12 points, 3 3-pointers.
Yeah.
So she's starting to get that shot back as we're going here into the ECC playoffs.
It might be the perfect time, too. So she scored 12 points in her last game, and that was against Parish Hill.
No, that was the Putnam.
Oh, that was the Putnam. I'm sorry.
Right.
Okay. So it seems like, she is getting her shot back. And the other one is Haley Eliason. She will shoot the three, but the accuracy hasn't been there for her in the last few games. So maybe it's a trade-off. You got, Van going ahead banging threes, and then Eliason, is having a little bit of a tough time right now.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit of both. Try to get those outside perimeter shots, but then drive it into the lane, get into the paint, put them up against the boards.
Yeah.
And then really rebounds, second chances.
So we'll have to see what happens. This is not going to be a blowout. Like I said, John, this is going to be there's going to be a very exciting game. It's going to be back and forth. The key to this, the Wolverines have to sink their buckets. They got to sink their buckets. They just have had a hard time scoring all season long.
They have. It's kind of been hot and cold. It's like they're hitting from the outside. They're not hitting from the outside.
Right.
But like you said, that senior leadership, you got the co-captains in Eliason and Matheson. And if Sonia brings it, it's kind of the team feeds off her energy. And if she's down there playing big underneath, I think we're going to see a very exciting ball game. Once again, I think it's going to be a very close ball game. And I tell you what, here in the playoffs, all bets are off. It's a different type of game.
Exactly. It's kind of like, in football, the whole Griswold and Plainfield rivalry. There are years where Griswold's football team, lacks, and there are some years where Plainfield's team, just isn't up to snuff, what they'd like to be. Either way, it's a tough contest. It's a great matchup. So, and you're absolutely right. When you get to playoff time, when it's time to, say, okay, we want to go to the next round. We want to get to Plainfield, after this one, all bets are off.
Right.
All bets are off.
And I tell you, we've talked about how close these two teams together, how close these two teams have played each other in the regular season. Griswold coming in number 7 seed, Stonington's number 2 seed in ECC Division 2. But I think it's going to be closer than what the seedings even show.
I think so too. Now here's another thing, and this was I don't know how many people knew this or how many people. I'm not sure. Let me ask. Hold on. Hey Brian, what's the situation with general admission?
There's no general admission. We have lists for our families and then 2 per away, and then the student our team gets 2 tickets to give to their friends.
Okay. Got it.
About 50%. Although
so the parents can come, right?
Yeah, we allow our full families with grandparents too.
Okay.
So,
but general admission, no.
It's just not general. Yeah, the general.
Got it. Okay, so there was a question in the chat room saying a gentleman drove all the way down here and he was turned away. And he's been a great supporter of Wolverine girls basketball. His daughter played. Hannah Clark played. Right. For all 4 years that she was here. So sorry about that, man. I wish that you were able to get in.
Yeah, but you're glad
hopefully we can do it justice for you, Richard. So anyway, it looks like we're about ready to start. They're going to give the starting lineups in a second, and of course the national anthem. And oh boy, look at that! The banner is still there. Badminton state champions in 1957,
57, 58, and 61.
Huh?
They're in the Hall of Fame.
They're in the Hall of Fame.
The Badminton Hall of Fame. Where is the Badminton Hall of Fame?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Stonington.
There's got to be a Badminton Hall of Fame.
It's in Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls? I'm going to look it up.
We're going to look it up.
I'm going to look it up. Badminton.
I don't know why that stuck out to me the first time we were here, but it was. We were shuttlecock masters in Stonington back in the late 50s.
Where? It's the Walk of Fame. Not the Walk of Shame.
Walk of Fame.
Yeah, that's in L.A. But but it's in Orange County, California.
Orange County, there you go.
Is the Badminton Hall of Fame. You might want to submit your team there from 130 years ago. I don't know. Right up with the National Croquet Championship.
Croquet, right. Everyone's favorite lawn game.
Yeah. Well, it's not jarts.
They outlawed jarts.
I know. You get hurt. All right.
So we are getting the initial announcements before the ball game, and they will be announcing the opening lineups for both teams.
Yeah, basically be a fan, don't be a fanatic. And unfortunately, in different venues this year, we have seen that.
Yes, we have.
There's been a few, people get heated, and that's what happens.
So for your Griswold Lady Wolverines, number 13, Natalie Beacott. Number 12, Audrey Giroux.
Van.
Coming in at guard, number 22, Lindsay Van Lannon.
I think she's the one that's got to have the most pressure on her today.
And there's number 15, Sonia Matheson.
The Deuce.
And there she is, number 2, Haley Eliason. So we will hear the starting lineup for Coach Solar's Lady Bears. And we've got number 2, Mackenzie Pettigrew.
Tough kid.
number 11, and Drago.
Well, let's just say they're all tough. You don't finish in first place not being tough.
Right. Number 15, Gabrielle Dimmick. Number 14, Sophia Fernholt.
Rory Risley.
And finishing rounding them out, number 22, Rory Risley.
She was trouble for the Wolverines last time. All right, here we go, kid.
Not ready.
The band is right behind us. The band is right behind us.
Absolutely. Mike, before we get started, can you hear in your headset?
Yes, I can.
It seems really soft.
How's that? Is that
Oh,
better?
that's way better.
Yeah, see, there's your volume control right there.
I'm number 2.
You're number 2.
I am your number 2.
You're number 1. Just number 2 on the headset thing.
Number 1 in your heart. Number 2
1 in my heart.
All right.
So hopefully we'll hear this at the end of the game today. It's the Wolverines fairy godmother showing up.
There we go.
All right, John, with all the action, here's John Harden.
So we are getting ready for the tip-off of this ECC Division II quarterfinal game between number 7 seed Wolverines versus the number 2 seed Lady Bears. We have Audrey Giroux facing off against Rory Risley. There's the whistle, and the tip goes back to Stonington. Stonington bringing it down near the goal. Shot is made by number 14, Sophia Fernholt. Rebound is made by Griswold.
Peacock did the right thing there.
Hand
Slow it down right away.
There's Giroux working underneath. Passes over to the other side. That's Van Lannen with the shot. She's going to miss. The rebound comes down in the Lady Bears' hands. Number 14, Fernholt. She brings it back across half court for Stonington, passing it to the far side to number 11, Drago. Going back to the top of the key, that's Pettigrew. So Stonington working the perimeter right now. Going to the inside to Risley. Surrounded, the ball gets loose. Recovered by Stonington. Going down to the baseline to number 15, Dimmick. She's going to work underneath to Matheson. Looks like there was a jump ball call, or is that a foul?
I think they call it foul.
They did call a foul.
Is it on Sonia? No.
No, that's going to go against Giroux. So that'll bring Dimmick to the line. And there's our first point to the afternoon.
Got them both.
Sinks both of them. So Dimmick 2 for 2 from the line today. 7 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Stonington takes the early lead 2-0 over the Lady Wolverines. Eliason passing over to Van Lannen. Back to Eliason. He's going to work her way in off the pickoff. Matheson bounces off the rim, no good. Rebound by Stonington. Quickly down to the other side of the court. Foul is called. It's going to be a block. That's going to go against Matheson.
Non-shooting foul, but it is their second team foul already in the first.
No, they put that on Giroux.
They did put that on Giroux. Whoa. Nice passing by Stonington.
Very much so, working that. And then just like they did on that first possession, working the outside, then we're able to work inside, drew the foul, and then came up.
Nice pressure.
Yep, that's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a change of possession to green ball. We have a substitution, Abby Matheson, coming in for Beacott.
That was good pressure by the Wolverines. The Bears could not get the ball inside whatsoever.
So Eliason kicks it out to Van Lannen. Van Lannen to Beacott. Beacott down to Abby Matheson.
Abby can shoot the three.
So
can Beacott. Oh, and
there's another lost pass out of bounds. That'll be another turnover. So it'll be Stonington ball. 6:08 left to play in the first quarter. Fernholt's going to bring it across for the Lady Bears. Into the middle to Risley. Risley fighting underneath. She's going to get it down to Dimmick. Then we'll put it up.
All right, there you go. See, do you see that fight in Sonia Matheson right there?
Right there. That's what they're going to need. That battle between the 15s right there. There's a pick that opens up Eliason for the shot off the back of the rim.
Oh!
Out of Matheson's hands. There's a fight for the ball underneath. Jump ball called.
Possession Griswold, yeah.
It is possession Griswold. Will remain green ball.
God, it looked like they were fighting to see who was going to get the hair straightener.
You could see the fight and determination for that jump ball. Matheson with the shot goes off the rim, but Sonia's down there with the rebound.
It's a Dimmick. Yeah, they called that one on Dimmick on Stonington.
So that's Stonington's first team foul, Dimmick's first personal foul. Beacott able to get it into Abby Matheson.
They've had 5 shots right now, but not able to get the ball in the hoop.
Right, tried to get it underneath the Sonia. Loss of possession goes back to Stonington. And there's number 11, Drago, with the shot. She sinks it. So Stonington, Lady Bears up 4-0 over Griswold.
The last time we were here, Drago had 10, which I think she was the high. No, she wasn't. Risley was the high scorer with 12. But
so Eliason gets it to Beacott, but they're Pettigrew with a hand on it. Battle on the court.
Look at Eliason. She just takes it right
she
away.
Just took it right out of Risley's hand.
And that's a gift right there. That was a gift because that ball rolled off of Haley's leg.
Right, but
and
referee
they're going to
indicates Griswold ball. They get it to Sonia. She's going to pass underneath the Van Lannen. Van Lannen went to get the shot. It was blocked.
Pettigrew picked it right out of the air.
And once again, Stonington quickly on Griswold's side of the court. Going to go down to the baseline, back up top.
Griswold's not making it easy on him at all.
No, but they just got to start getting baskets. They're going to find themselves behind here quick. Because like Mike, like you said before this game, and there's Stonington with a shot, and that's going to sink.
Was that Dimmick?
That was Dimmick. She's got 4 points on the afternoon.
I think she was trying to draw a foul from Sonia.
But they let her go. So there was Sonia Matheson going up with a shot, and she's going to draw a foul, and that's going to go against Dimmick. That'll be her second.
That's a smart play by Sonia Matheson to draw that foul. She knew she was going to drive the lane. They're going to be all over her. That was on
once
Pettigrew.
Again, they give it Pettigrew. I got to start watching this game.
That's Pettigrew's first. What game are you watching?
So Matheson for her second shot. Off the back of the rim. Stonington's going to come down with the rebound.
So Griswold's really, really, really cold to start the game.
They are. They're still looking for a point. There was
Nice
a big
hit.
block by Sonia Matheson.
She had a monster block the other day, remember?
Yes, she did. And that went right into Abby Matheson's hands. There was a foul called.
That's Dimmick's second.
And that will be Dimmick. So here comes Eliason for Griswold across half court. Griswold still looking for its first points of the afternoon.
3.5 to go, and Griswold still has not scored.
Abby Matheson being surrounded by Bears. Gets the ball knocked out of her hand. It's going to bounce off her leg and go out of bounds. It'll be Stonington ball. So Griswold able to break away from that double coverage and get underneath the basket, but still unable to come up with points. We're just over halfway point in the first quarter. There's Drago.
They're going to call that on Sonia. Yeah.
So Drago takes the shot, draws the foul. It will be a foul against
That's Sonia.
Sonia Matheson. That's her second. Well, now there's a mismatch. So Drago hits her first. Right.
Yeah.
That's not what that's showing. She should only have one.
That's Matheson's first foul.
Right. They're showing two. It's Griswold's only third team.
Okay, so here we go. The Wolverines missed 2 free throws. You win this game a lot of times at the free throw line.
Right, those gimme
Stonington's
shots.
5 for 5.
They get it underneath the Sonia. She kicks it back out to Van Lannen. Van Lannen with the shot that sails over. Oh, nice save by Sonia Matheson, and Abby puts it in. The M connection getting the first 2 points for Griswold in this ball game.
Little sister love there. Rebound, Eliason to Beacott. Over to Van Lannen almost.
Oh, nice
That
save
was a
by
beautiful
Drago.
steal. Oh, my God. What athleticism there. Just reached
Right.
out and
So Stonington going back against the perimeter here.
travel.
It's going to be a travel change of possession. So here, Griswold can start to close this gap. It's 8-2 with 2:31 left in the first quarter, and Griswold calls the timeout.
That's Olivia Faustino. I mean, she's into the game for the first time. She got called for the foul. 8-2, 2.5 to go. You know, John,
Yes, Mike.
I will tell you that Valentine's Day is over.
It's
All done.
couple days.
But you know what? You can buy flowers all year round.
Yes, you can.
You can get them at any time, any way you want them. Spring's coming up. What about the spring arrangements?
Did today not feel like a spring day?
It did. I almost wanted to go get flowers or at least dance in the field. Anyway, get on down to if you want to really beautify your home or just, give something nice to your loved one or whatever, go to Jewett City Forest and Greenhouse on Ashland Street. They've been there 4 generations. Check them out. You don't have to wait to Valentine's Day, but they do so many other things, the proms, memorial services, just weddings,
Birthdays, anniversaries.
sure, Groundhog Day, anything. You don't need you do not need any kind of excuse to send flowers. You can go to JewettCityFlorist.com, buy safely online. What? Yeah. Check them out. Jewett City Florist and Greenhouse, Ashland Street, Jewett City.
So there's a question on the court. Everybody broke from the timeout. Referees are at the scorer's table.
Are they looking at the fact that Sonia only has 1 foul, not 2 that they have posted?
Maybe. Now, the team fouls is showing correctly, but it was Giroux that had 2 personals. Sonia Matheson with 1. The scoreboard is showing 15 with 2.
We had a situation where it was wrong one game, and the player actually got 6 fouls.
They did get 6 fouls. And we had another game where the fans actually turned around to us and said, we're going to listen to you guys.
That was Plainfield.
It was
Plainfield. So they're going through. something through a scorebook. They're looking through scorebooks.
They are. We got a couple over here if they want.
Yeah, ours are right. if you need the scorebook, ours are right. Huh, Dan?
Just a head shake. What is that? Shaking my head as a mate.
SMHOMG. LOL.
LOL.
No. Dan Matheson. We don't have a nickname for Dan yet.
The Dan Cam.
What's that, ref?
All right, so it still shows 15-2, but we're going to resume play.
Yeah.
So Beacott fields it into Eliason. Pick at the top of the key by Sonia Matheson.
Pettigrew all over her.
There's Beacott with the shot off the side of the rim. That's going to go out of bounds. It will be Stonington ball. So we are seeing what we expected to see in this ball game is that very strong Stonington defense. And I can tell you, number 2, Mackenzie Pettigrew, she's bringing it this afternoon. There's Drago over to Fernholtz. Back over to Pettigrew.
The game that they had here was 36-27. Was Stonington. That ball's going to get away and it's going to come out of, I don't know. Backcourt.
So fortunate turn events for Griswold on that one. Hopefully they can capitalize on that change of possession. 6 points separate the two teams, just under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Finally able to bring it into Eliason. She's fighting against Pettigrew. She gets by her, goes inside for the shot off the glass, off the rim, no good. There's a rebound. Stonington.
Grizzly went way up to get that ball.
She didn't have to go that far. She's about 6'6".
All right, so Drago tried to run the line, and she got fouled. Faith Russell going to come in. Sonia's going to take a break.
So they updated the team foul to 4, but left Sonia Matheson at 2. So I'm assuming that foul was called against Sonia. Sonia's going to take a seat, and Faith Russell comes into the game. She's underneath, going to immediately get into action. Oh, they fed it right into Ridley.
Beautiful block. And Eliason ends up with it. Here they come. It's 8-2. Oh, it was a reach.
That was a reach and a collision with Pettigrew. Mm-hmm. So Deuce is wild on that foul.
So that's the second on Pettigrew.
Yeah, Pettigrew's second foul. Number 2 fouls. Number 2, Eliason. It will remain Griswold ball. Pettigrew to Eliason.
So just about a minute left to go in the first. Griswold's only scored 2 points, and that was Abby Matheson. That ball just got stolen. And looks like Van Lannen reach.
That was Drago.
Yep, that was on Van Lannen.
Running it down for Stonington.
So we're looking for nicknames for Dan Matheson. Dan Cam, yeah. Lloyd Van Lannen just texted in. It's a Dan Cam.
No, we can't take self-appointed nicknames.
Oh, okay. No, that was from Van.
Oh, was it Van?
Yeah.
You know, Dan's wife could happily, if she wants to, she could text us secretly and give us a good nickname.
Yeah.
So that shot misses, and Abby Matheson coming down for the rebound. She's going to run it all the way down. She gets it down to Van Lannen.
She looked to take the shot.
Faith Russell underneath. She puts it up off the rim. She got fouled.
That was a foul. She got hacked right on the hand there.
And got away with it. Down with it for Stonington. Quickly down to Drago. She's going to work underneath. It looks like we've got a charge.
Drago.
That's her first. Team 5th. Both teams with 5 team fouls here in the first quarter. They
totally missed that foul over here on Russell. Did you see that?
We saw it. We heard it. You brought it up. There's Eliason going up. That's going to go off the rim. No good. Go out of bounds. It'll be Stonington ball. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Score is still 8-2.
Wolverines only mustered 27 points the last time they were here in the Bears' lair. It's like tonight's not much different.
Yeah,
so
both
far.
Games have been relatively low scoring between these two teams when they faced off.
Well, they're both solid defensive teams. But we would like to see Griswold be a solid defensive team in a couple days too.
And a solid defensive team that can get a couple of buckets.
Look, they're having a hard time getting it in. They're just not.
Oh,
but that was a nice
shot,
play.
And that's going to fall off the rim at the buzzer. No good. That was Drago with the shot. So at the end of one, your score, Stonington 8, Griswold 2.
All right, we are going to take a quick break here on SNSN. And thanks for joining us here for ECC Championship Basketball.
Authorization, enrollment, and activation activities are required. Receive all services. Contact institution for details.
2 lattes, please. On me. Yeah? My free Kasasa Cashback checking account surprised me with sweet cash rewards. So thoughtful. Kasasa Cashback simply appreciates me. It also refunds my ATM withdrawal fees. My Megabank account just takes money out every month without even asking. Sounds like it's time to move on.
Take back the special treatment you deserve with Kasasa Cashback.
Ask for Kasasa Cash Checking at Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank today. Member FDIC.
All right, we are back here at Stonington High School. 1 quarter in the books. Very low scoring, John.
No, defensive contest between the two teams. We've talked about it a couple of times. We knew it coming in. It was going to be a tough physical game. Both teams with 5 team fouls coming out of the first quarter. Very low scoring. Stonington up by 6, 8-2 over Griswold right now.
So Stonington's going to get the ball back to start the second.
And you've got both Matheson sisters in.
You really got to think about it, John. I mean, as far as the first quarter is concerned, it's only 8-2, but where'd they win that? At the free throw line. They went 4 for 4.
They did. 2 buckets, and then, that shot for 3 is going to go down. That's Dimmick.
Dimmick has 7 of the 11 points. 11-2.
So Van Lannen bringing it across for Griswold. Comes all the way down to Abby Matson, who goes underneath to Sonia. She's going up underneath the basket, kicks it back out to Van Lannen. Van Lannen goes to Giroux. Giroux to Matheson. Matson working the top of the key, gives it back to Van Lannen. She's going to come back the other way, feed it to Sonia underneath, gets away from her. That'll be picked up by Pettigrew. She's going to pass it down.
Stolen right back by Van Lannen.
And they're going to say Stonington maintained possession on that.
She tried to knock it off of Drago, but didn't happen. So Stonington keeps the ball.
Right. I think she thought it did come off Drago because she went for it before it went out of bounds, and then you saw her put both hands up. But in the referee's judgment, it'll go back to the Lady Bears. They're going back for another 3 off the rim.
Those Fern holes, no good.
Going against Giroux. Risley tried to get it, but Lanning comes up with it for Griswold, brings it down.
The Wolverines have got to get stuff to start falling.
There's Giroux with a shot, but Griswold with the rebound puts it back up. It still doesn't fall. Ball gets loose. Griswold comes back up with it. There's Abby Matheson for 3. That goes off the rim, no good. And Stonington.
They had a couple of chances there.
They did. Fernholtz feeding it all the way down, and that's going to sink for another 2. That was Drago. And she's got 6 points.
Babcock's got to get a timeout. Girls, they're having a hard time scoring.
Sonia Matheson, from the line, still couldn't get it to fall.
The only bucket is Abby Matheson in the first.
So they go to Dimmick. That ball will get out of bounds. It'll remain Stonington ball.
Looks like Babcock's going to call a timeout. All right.
60 seconds.
60-second timeout, 6:14 to go in the second. Stonington 13, Griswold 2. You're watching ECC basketball right here on SNSN.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
You need a khaki vest and Prescott Drencels.
You think so?
Yeah. So here we are coming.
See, commercials end, John, and then it just comes back to us automatically.
It does. And if you're not looking at the screen, you're not going to be ready when it comes back up.
So we got a troll in the room. Gina Clarissa. Yeah, get out. We don't care about your stream. Block user. Delete comment.
So coming out of the
I
time.
hate trolls. I really do. I hate trolls.
That's troll phobia.
Huh?
You suffer from troll phobia. So here we are, Stonington with the ball. That's going to be Pettigrew. Back over to Fernholt. Getting underneath the Risley. Oh, there's another shot. That's going to be off the side.
Yeah. John Drago didn't get off a good shot there.
No, but here's Griswold. Got to score.
This is a must
They
score.
really need to capitalize, especially when Stonington's not scoring. When they have possession, that's almost a point where Griswold has to. That's a
Giroux
must
is wide
score.
open.
And there's Van Lannen off the front of the rim, but Griswold with the rebound, they put it back up, and there's going to be a foul called. That's going to go against Pettigrew. That's her third. So Pettigrew in foul trouble here early.
And Giroux to the line.
So that bounces off no good. So Griswold still having trouble from the line this afternoon. Sinks the second.
So Pettigrew's going to take a break with 3 fouls. She may be out for a while.
So you were talking
Drago
about,
comes back in.
you know, the difference in the ball game coming from the free throw line. Griswold 1 for 4. Stonington 4 for 4.
Look at that. Drago right to the hoop.
That's another basket for Drago here in the second. There's another missed shot by Griswold. Rebound made by number 31, Fustini.
Babcock looks like he's
The arms are already crossed. So excellent defense with Eliason just getting it out of the hands of Fernhorst before the jump ball was called. It is possession Griswold.
She just grabbed it. I thought she was going to go ahead and call. They're going to call a foul on her.
Oh, that was all ball.
Yeah. Oh no, you never know how it goes though. 15-3.
So Eliason to Giroux to Matheson. She's going to drive inside and get another basket for Griswold.
And they pass it all the way out. Sonia.
Collision underneath. The 15s met each other underneath the basket. So that'll be Matheson's third. And that's going to bring Dimmick to the line.
So it looks like Faith Russell's going to clock back in a minute. Probably for Sonia. Because you're going to need her in the second half. All right, so Dimmick misses her first. She's 2 for 3 from the line. Yep, so Faith Russell. Talk about the Russell family. Oh, my God. How about Christian Russell? Just lighting it up for the Wolverines on the boys' side.
Right, basketball family right there.
Yeah.
Both those miss for Miss Dimmick. Griswold comes up with it. They're going to bring it back down. So once again, here's an opportunity for Griswold to score. So that does just go off Fernholtz's hand. It'll remain green ball. No, but Mike, I told you probably about a month ago, if not a little bit longer, Faith Russell's play. I've been very impressed with the play that she had underneath, and I think Coach Babcock would agree, you know, putting her in here for Sonia Matheson in a game like we're seeing today. So good job to number 32. And there's Beacock going underneath, and she's going to get a bucket.
And she met the floor, too. And there's Drago all over it.
Stonington driving all the way back in, and Drago's going to get another.
10.
10
She's got
for her.
10.
6 in the second.
And that's the lead, 17-7.
So Eliason working underneath. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Bumper cars.
Did you see Risley's leg on that?
Yeah.
Glad that she's able to
She's
just
okay.
hop back up and walk around.
So that's first foul on the deuce.
So Eliason picking up her first personal foul.
Lindsay back in for Abby. And they're in the bonus. So
right, they're in the bonus. That brings Risley to the line.
It's our first point of the day.
But I think we talked about this Lady Bear team and their ability to shoot free throws.
Yeah, we did the last time we were here.
They are very steady, very solid. As Risley goes 2 for 2 from the line. Increases the Stonington lead by 12, so 19-7. Faith Russell shoots. That's going to be short out of bounds. White ball. So Stonington coming across midcourt.
Yeah, Stonington 6 for 8. Oh, why not? I'll just take that.
Take the three. That's going to go long. And he's got a jump ball underneath, but that is possession Stonington. It'll remain Lady Bears ball.
19-7. Stonington pretty much on track for what they scored last time against the Wolverines. The Wolverines are just not hitting anything.
No, they're not hitting baskets when they need to hit baskets, and there's Risley going with the shot. That's going to be back off the rim. No good, but Stonington coming down with the rebound. They're going to kick it back up to the top. That's Drago. Going back over across the Fernholz. She puts it up off the board. Rebound Griswold. Here comes Beacott over to Van Lannen. But Stonington with their defense is right there. There's Giroux coming across. Ooh, able to get it to Beacott without the travel. That shot goes wide. Stonington comes up with the rebound. Fernholz bringing it across after Dimmick comes up with it. So really Stonington being able to control the momentum and the pace of this ball game. Up by 12 here with 2:47 left in the second quarter. They go up underneath, opens up underneath the basket, but Risley not able to hold on to it out of bounds. It will be Griswold ball. Griswold with another opportunity to score.
You know who I'm surprised we have not seen in this contest yet is Nielsen underneath.
Right, we haven't seen it. And that ball's loose on the court, picked up by Giroux, ripped out of her hands by Fernholz. She's going to go all the way down the court.
And she lost it.
And that'll go out of bounds, but it's going to go off Giroux. It'll remain Stonington ball.
19-7 is the score. 2:21 to go in the half.
Stonington with 11 here in the second.
The ball was passed along to Faustino. She's going to go to the hoop and
and she's going to put it in
for two.
She's going to join the scoring party here in the second quarter.
21-7. So far, pretty much a blowout.
Christina going against Giroux, knocks it out of her hands. Giroux able to maintain possession. She's going to work her way back to the top of the key. Gets it over to Van Lannen. Van Lannen gets it to Russell. Russell puts it off the board. It's no good. Rebound, Stonington. There's a foul call.
Is that Beacott?
It is Beacott.
It's our first. Now they are in the bonus, so Stonington's going to shoot 1 and 1 still.
And that's Fernholz coming to the line.
They haven't got to the 2-point. She misses it and gets her own rebound, puts it in.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah. 23-7.
There's another timeout on the court.
And that means we are going to take a timeout as well. 23-7, minute 37 to go in the first half. You are watching ECC Tournament basketball right here on SNSN.
Hey, I'm Jess, but you can call me the Tire Queen. For the best deals on tires, come and see me at Advanced Automotive on Route 138 in Griswold. Call me at 860-376-8687. But definitely don't talk to my dad. He's definitely not the Tire King.
And right now, Jess the Tire Queen has great deals and excellent service waiting for you at Advanced Automotive, Route 138, Griswold.
Tire Queen!
And you're back to SNSN Radio watching Connecticut High School girls basketball. We are coming to you live from Stonington High School, where the Lady Bears currently hold a commanding lead over the Lady Wolverines, 23-7.
I tell you something, a lot of times, when I'm doing these basketball games, I look like a schmuck, and the first thing I said is, this is not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be a blowout because based on the first two games, now I look like bonus schmuck.
Well, right. It's like they're proving us wrong the other way.
This is not this team. This is the thing.
This is not the team that we saw at the beginning of the season. This is not the team that we've seen here in the last couple of weeks. This is certainly not the team that went 6-3. And there's going to be a block against Beacott. That's going to be called against Festini.
Okay, she's going to get 1-1. So now the Wolverines are in the bonus. They're going to start chipping at the 16-point deficit.
And
it's not out of hand. It's not out of, we still have the second half. And when you're playing basketball at this level, it could change like that.
Change in a minute. And that goes off the back of the rim, no good for Beacott. But Kira Nielsen is in for Faith Russell. So Stonington feeding it underneath. There's the shot off the back of the rim, but Beacott comes down with it for Griswold. So Griswold once again with another opportunity to put points on the board with Stonington unable to put a bucket in. There's a pass that's going to go past Eliason out of bounds, and there's a change of possession. So nothing going Griswold's way here in the first half of this ball game.
You know what? And that's really not even an exaggeration. There really is nothing going their way right now.
So going back to Risley underneath, she puts it up off the rim, almost got her own rebound, but there's Nielsen coming up with it for the Lady Wolverines, passes it over to Eliason, who gets it on the Stonington side of the court. Going to Giroux, fighting it underneath to Nielsen. She's going to kick it back to Beacott, going back to the top of the key to Giroux. There's going to be a collision. Balls on the court. Beacott comes up with it. Looking to go somewhere. Gets it back to Giroux. Tries to get it to Van Lannen, but Drago gets a hand in there. The ball still loose. Griswold still with the possession, fighting for it. There's Eliason from the baseline. She puts it up. That's going to sail long. Stonington comes up with the rebound once again.
You know what the difference is?
And there was a whistle and a stop of play.
You know what the difference is for the Wolverines, I believe? Sonia Matheson, 3 fouls.
So, not exactly sure. I think that was just a warning to the Stonington bench. No timeout, no foul. But the Bears maintain possession. Go all the way back down to the baseline to Dimmick. She's going to work her way up, take the shot off the rim, but there's a Griswold rebound. There's Eliason. Here we go. She's going to get it all the way down to Van Lannen. Van Lannen puts it up at the buzzer. No good. So at the end of the second quarter and the end of the first half, Stonington Lady Bears ahead of the Griswold Lady Wolverines, 23-7.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Did you know that Allstate Insurance, the Trahan agency, has 2 offices now, Plainfield and East Lyme, and that's good news for you since Kevin Trahan has been in the insurance business for well over a quarter of a century. Plus, he's easy to find. Just search in any browser, Kevin Trahan, Allstate Insurance, and when you get to his Facebook page, you'll find tons of helpful information on questions you may not even have thought to ask. Allstate Insurance, Trahan Agency, Plainfield and East Lyme, proud sponsor of Griswold Youth Football. And we're back here at Stonington High School in the Bears' lair, and they are definitely making it known that this is their house right now, as their defense has taken over. 23-7, John, is the score. Griswold can't get a shot off. And if they can, it's not a good shot. They haven't had one good shot. Actually, you know what? They had the one good clear shot. That was like a like a 7-8 footer from Abby Matheson in the paint, and that went in. But that's been it.
First points of the afternoon was that shot by Matheson, and then Giroux able to bring it to 3.
I'm sorry, Sonia Matheson. I apologize. Or was that Abby?
No, that was Abby.
Okay.
But yeah, it's tough. Baskets are tough to come by for Griswold today, and we were just talking about, and you had talked about it earlier. Games are win and lost at the free throw line, and Griswold is 1 for 6.
Yeah, that's 16%. Kind of rough.
And Stonington is 6 for 8,
75%. So I mean, it's a 16-point lead that we have right now. You made a good point though. During the last break, 5 different Bears have scored in that just the last quarter alone. To really extend that lead. So I mean, the first quarter was 8-2, and in the second quarter, the Bears scored 15 points, and the Wolverines only scored 5. So there's your 23-7 score. So for the Bears, Drago, she is your leading scorer. She has 10. Fernholz with 2.
Right? 10 of the 23.
Yeah. Fernholz with 2. Dimmick with 7. And she got those early.
And she's the one that hit the 3.
Rory Risley, couple of free throws. And Faustino had said, all right, I'll take it. And she did. And got it and sank a deuce. As far as the Wolverines, not much scoring, on that side. Abby with 2. Her sister Sonia with 2. Natalie Beacott with 2. Audrey Giroux hit 1 free throw. And that's it.
Yeah, and she's the only free throw hit in the ball game for Griswold.
So it's kind of, I guess you could say it's a little frustrating so far to watch because these guys are much better than this. And I really think that the Bears defense is just stifling them. And it's making them make bad shot choices. They feel like they have to rush.
Right. Well, yeah, but I think some of that might be a false sense of urgency on the Griswold side because there's been opportunity after opportunity after opportunity for Griswold to capitalize on Stonington not scoring.
Yep.
And it's like almost every single time.
Well, when they actually were able to set up a play and it ended with the bounce pass to Sonia and drive into the hoop and she put it in. That is about the only play that I think that the Wolverines have been able to set up because these Bears, man, they are vicious. I remember last time we were here, I went over to the Stonington coach and I just looked at her and I said, you guys have a stifling defense. And you know what a coach is going to say, well, whatever, we didn't score for nothing. And
then they tell you what they didn't do.
Exactly.
Right.
But I'm telling you that I told the Stonington coach, I said, your defense is amazing. And it really is. I mean, these girls are tough, but you can't take away anything from Griswold because they're really not giving the Bears a whole lot to choose from. But what the Bears are getting, they're making the most of it. That's the difference.
Capitalizing on the opportunities that they're given on the Stonington side of the ball. And then just like you're saying, that Stonington defense being tough against Griswold, Griswold also with mental mistakes of their own, loss of possessions, losing it out of bounds, passes that go over the intended target. And then even like some passes where, maybe there's not the situational awareness that we should have on the court. And Stonington's able to get a hand in there to deflect the pass or straight up steal it.
Right. Well, we still have another half of basketball to play. It is not over. And, this, watching girls basketball, it could change at the drop of a hat. We'd like to see that.
I'd like to see it change at the drop of a bucket.
One thing, though, that we probably should go ahead and make note of that even though let's say that they do lose this game and they get knocked out of the ECC tournament, they're still the states. So they're not done. They're not done. They're still at least, well, they have a game tomorrow
They
night.
have a game.
Against,
the makeup game against Ellis at Ellis Tech is scheduled for tomorrow at 6 o'clock. But like you said, they'll be out of the ECC tournament, but there is still the state tournament. So the season's not over. There's still basketball to be played.
Yeah, so it's not over yet. And this game's not over. I know I'm sounding like a fatalist, and I don't mean to. And, you know, it's been frustrating to watch not because the girls' team is, I mean, they're having a rough night or a rough afternoon, but the Bears' defense is just.
The Bears' defense is exactly what we thought the Bears' defense would be when we showed up today.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, this Griswold team can match them. They have a very similar defense, and the big difference right now is offensive scoring.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we come in here into the second half and we get a mirror image of what we saw in the first half. Now we got a close ball game, possibly advantage Griswold, but we're going to have to see what Wolverine Ball Club comes onto the hardwood after halftime.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break here at Stonington High School. There's only a few minutes left to go of halftime. We're going to we'll come back for that. But first, I want to tell you to, if you need insurance, hey, let's just put it out there. Everybody needs insurance. Everybody needs some product, whether it's life insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, car insurance,
even pet insurance.
Well, whatever you need. The Burns Agency, they've got you covered. And that's not just cliche. They've got you covered. Get it? All right. Check them out at BurnsAgency.com. You will buy better at Burns. Find out why. And I'll tell you, I can't thank the Burns Agency enough, of their support of Wolverine Radio and now SNSN. The Burns Agency, they certainly make it possible for us to continue bringing you high school sports that you don't have to pay $10.99 a month for.
No, you do not.
So think of that one. All right, we'll be back in a minute right here on SNSN. The holidays are over, and it's time to start paying the bills. Let Cash for Cars help you out by taking away that old jalopy in the backyard. The one back there. Cash for Cars will tow away your cars, trucks, SUVs, and pay you $300 to $400 in cash. Blown up, no title or keys, they don't care. Call Cash for Cars, 860-373-2556, or shoot them a message on Facebook. Search Cash, the number 4, Cars. Cash, the number 4, Cars. And get paid now. Reliable plumbing and heating services are just a phone call away when you contact the professionals at McGuire Plumbing and Heating in Fallontown. Family owned for more than 35 years, McGuire Plumbing and Heating has earned a reputation by providing accurate quotes and being open and honest when on the job, plus giving honest advice that may be needed down the road but isn't an immediate concern today. Find McGuire Plumbing and Heating on Facebook or call 860-376-3388. Look for the big truck with the little Irish.
And we are back to SNSN Radio, the streaming news and sports network, bringing you this ECC Division II quarterfinal matchup between the 7 seed Griswold Lady Wolverines versus the number 2 seed Stonington Lady Bears. And in the first half, it was pretty much all Stonington, 23-7 after one half of basketball. Here we are about to start the third quarter. So it's another clean 8 minutes here in the third, 16 left. Griswold with the ball. We got to see what type of Lady Wolverine team's going to come here on the court here in the second half, Mike.
Sonia's back on the court, has 3 fouls, and she's going to take it.
They go back to her immediately.
Take it to the house.
Take it to the bridge with 2 points.
There you go.
So Griswold early able to execute the play, get it to Matheson underneath, and there's Stonington going to Risley. That's going to get blocked out of bounds, but it will remain Stonington ball.
It's a good sign. We started out with a bucket.
Oh, right
oh
there.
Boy.
Easy 2 points for Dimmick. Griswold coming back across half court.
25-9.
They go back to Matheson. She tries to get it over to Giroux, and that's going to bounce off Dimmick's leg out of bounds.
That wasn't intentional, was it? Smart basketball play right there.
Stick that leg out. Ooh,
Yeah.
barely got that back to Eliason, but she works her way back through the lane inside, and she'll get another 2 points for Griswold. That's actually Haley's first points on the afternoon.
Giroux just knocked that away. So look what happens.
There we
Sonia
go.
comes back in, and we are BE aggressive. BE aggressive.
This is a fired-up Wolverine squad right now here in the first minute of the second half, but they've got to keep this up for another 15 minutes of basketball. So Stonington very judicious around the perimeter. They get it down to Risley. She's going to get it stripped by Van Lannen. Sonia Matson trying to get it down to Beacott, but that's going to be intercepted by Drago. She's going to bring it back across for the Lady Bears. They go to Risley underneath. Oh, there's Dimmick, and she's going to get fouled by Eliason. That's Haley's second.
25-11. 14-point spread.
That'll bring Dimmick to the line. And that'll sink. So Stonington continuing to be deadly from the free throw line.
She's got the shooter's bounce there.
And she gets both. So Dimmick is 4 for 6.
The lead is back up to 16.
They get it to Van Lannen. And Drago comes in there battling for it. Stonington comes up with it. They try to get it down to Pettigrew. Bounces off Eliason, but Stonington able to keep it. And then Dimmick with another bucket. She's already got 6 here in the third.
Lead is now 18, 29-11.
There's Van Lannen for Griswold. To Eliason going down to the baseline to Beacott. Beacott trying to work her way back up. That ball is stripped by Fernholtz.
And they're saying that Beacott stepped on the line.
So it's going to be Stonington ball anyway. So the Lady Bears coming back down to their side of the court. Going all the way across the Pedigree back to the top of the key. They feed it underneath the Festina. Oh, nice move underneath.
Oh.
There's a rebound. Festina falling over Eliason. She'll get called for the foul.
Eliason hit hard. But tough kid.
So that's Festina's second. So Eliason going to Beacott, going back to into the middle of the Sonia Matheson, who kicks it back outside to Van Lannen, who tried to get it back to Matheson, and that's going to be stolen by Drago. She's going to bring it all the way down herself. She's going to get the bucket and the foul.
Stonington is stealing just about every one of the Wolverine passes on every possession.
And that's Giroux's third. And we got a 60-second timeout here early in the third quarter. Stonington now up over Griswold, 31-11.
We'll take a quick break and be back in a second right here on SNS.
Authorization, enrollment, and activation activities are required. Receive all services. Contact institution for details.
2 lattes, please. On me. Yeah? My free Kasasa Cashback checking account surprised me with sweet cash rewards. So thoughtful. Kasasa Cashback simply appreciates me. It also refunds my ATM withdrawal fees.
My Megabank account just takes money out every month without even asking.
Sounds like it's time to move on.
Take back the special treatment you deserve with Kasasa Cashback.
Ask for Kasasa Cash Checking at Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank today. Member FDIC.
So you want to talk about community partners, that of course, allow us to, and support us to go ahead and do these games. One of them, we can sit here and talk about, what a great store and how long the Jewett City Greenhouse and Florist has been in business, and that's all well and good. It's great, but being able to support the community and be able to bring these games to the public, so they can watch these games. Like today, there's no general admission.
No general admission here at Stonington High School.
Yeah.
There was a limited number of tickets, and then there were some tickets that were, handed out, and that is it.
And that's all, and made possible in part by the Jewett City Greenhouse and Florist. So thank you very much to the D'Amico family for supporting high school basketball.
So Drago sinks her basket. She's 3 for 3 from the line, and that's
Another steal.
Stolen right there. Here comes Stonington, feeding it back down underneath, going back out to the top. Oh, there we go with a three-point shot from Pettigrew, and she's going to sink it. So the game's starting to get away from the Lady Wolverines here.
24-point lead, 35-11.
So Abby Matheson back in for Griswold. They get it to Van Lanen. They go to Sonia underneath. She puts it up. That's going to be short. Off the rim, no good. She gets her rebound, puts it back up.
She's going to get fouled.
But there's going to be a foul called on the play. Is that going to be against Dimmick?
I think it's Facino.
Dimmick.
Okay.
And that's her third. But that'll bring Sonia Matheson to the line.
So Dimmick and Pettigrew both have 3.
So Matheson sinks her first. That's going to make her 1 for 2. 3.
1 for 3. She had 2 misses in the first quarter. Okay. 22-point lead, 35-13. 4.5 to go in the third.
So Stonington wasting no time getting back to their side of the court. Working underneath, kick it back out to the outside. They go to Faustina underneath. She's going to kick it to Drago. Oh, tried to dump it over the top, and Sonia Matheson.
There's that difference right there. There's the difference.
Little dink over to Beacott. She brings it across for Griswold. There's Van Lanen going down into the corner. Kick it back out to Matheson. All the way across to Giroux. That's going to be out of bounds. Off Griswold, Stonington ball. So once again, a loss of possession with no points for the Lady Wolverines.
So who made the difference here? Sonia Matheson.
Yeah, that's number 15. Co-captain for these
Charge.
Lady Wolverines.
Oh, no, a block.
Oh, a block.
That's
against
4.
Matheson.
Oh, boy.
So Sonia picks up her 4th personal. That's going to be the 3rd team foul for Griswold here in the second half.
And okay, there it is. Right.
Oh, all alone underneath was Fernholtz. Bucket goes up for 2.
And you know, they're gonna have to pull Sonia again. She's got 4 fouls.
4, and we just went under 4 minutes here in the third. She's on the ground right now with the basketball. We finally get a jump ball. I was wondering if he was going to wait for somebody to travel rolling around on the court.
Sonia's not going to stop playing aggressive. She's going to continue being aggressive.
Well, it seemed to take a while to get that jump ball. But jump ball nonetheless, possession Stonington. Back to Pettigrew. She's going to work it over. Pass to Fernholtz. She's going to work her way across. Nice crisscross across the lane for Stonington. There's the shot off the front of the rim from Fernholtz. That's going to go out of bounds, but it went off Beacott. It'll remain Bears ball. Oh, right underneath. And then Faustina with another bucket.
15 points for Drago. Another steal.
There's a steal. Stonington bringing it
Here
back
comes
down.
Drago. And another bunny.
They should put another 2 points on the board for Stonington.
Timeout.
So we've got a timeout. Griswold, 2:53 left to play in the third quarter. Stonington running away with it. 41-13.
And we will be back in a minute right here on SNSN. Under 3 to go in the third.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
And we are back here at Stonington High School. 2:53 to go in the third. John Harden, myself, Mike Minarski, and of course, Dan, the Cam Man Matheson.
Nah, he's looking for a nickname. Dan looking for a nickname.
Dan looking for a nickname Matheson. 41-13. How about just Dan No Name Matheson?
Yeah, there you
No
go.
Name. Let's call him No Name.
The
There we go.
no name cameraman.
Yeah.
He's like the unknown comic.
You're kind of like Gene the Dancing Machine. We talking about that
We
earlier
did this
today.
morning. He's like Gene the Dancing Machine without the dancing.
Chucky.
With the ball.
A lot of people don't know what I'm talking about.
Just kind of very deliberate moves by the Lady Bears. There's a trip underneath, no foul called. There is a whistle there. Was that just a delay foul?
I'm not sure what they're doing there. I think Lindsay stepped out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
Travel.
So there's a travel. That basket's not going to count for Drago. So Griswold once again with an opportunity to put points on the board. It's not like Griswold has not had these opportunities to score, especially able to capitalize on times when Stonington was unable to put points on the board. And there's Van Lanen for three. That's going to sail long. There's a battle underneath for the ball. The ball is loose. And we've got a jump ball. Christina and the other Matheson. So Griswold with possession. There's Abby Matheson with it, battling against Pettigrew. Able to get it to Van Lanen. Back to Matheson. She puts it up. That's going to be short. Sonia Matheson fighting for it underneath, but it's ultimately going to fall into Stonington hands. And here come the Lady Bears already with it down at the basket. They're going to put the shot up. It's going to go long, and the ball's on the court again. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Griswold basketball. So a couple of opportunities here in the last few moments for Griswold to score, unable to get a bucket. This is going to be a recurring theme in this game today. They go underneath the Sonia Matheson. She's going to turn around. She's going to put it in, and she's going to get 2 more points.
She got 6 in the third here and playing just as aggressive as the entire game with 4 fouls.
Right, 6 here in the third, 8 on the game. She's got
boy.
And
they're going to count it.
Drago's going to get that bucket and the foul, and that's going to go against Matheson.
And just as I said it, Sonia fouls out.
So number 15's afternoon is over. 1:25 left to play in the third quarter.
19 points for Drago.
And here comes Nielsen in for Sonia. So Drago coming to the line. She is 3 for 3 on the day. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be green ball. As above, we got another substitution. Here comes Eliason in for Abby Matheson. So Beacott into Van Lanen. Van Lanen bringing it across half court. Over to Eliason. All the way underneath the Giroux, trying to get back into Nielsen. It's going to be stolen by the Bears, and it was going to be out of bounds. So Griswold ball. They feed it into Giroux. She puts it up. Sails long. Rebound made by Stonington. That is.
Oh, look, it's
She's going
Drago.
to go to Drago. She's going to get another basket. Under 1 minute left to play in the third.
30-point lead. This is the worst deficit that the Wolverines have been under all year.
All the way down to the corner to Beacott. Battling against Fernholtz. Able to get it out to Eliason. Going back to Giroux at the top. Underneath the Nielsen, she puts it up. And she gets a bucket.
There you go. The freshman comes in and produces right away.
That seems to be a shot that has worked for Griswold consistently in this ball game.
It looks like Stonington is just going to go ahead and pass it around right now.
Giroux flying across trying to intercept that pass, but Stonington unable to maintain possession. There's Pettigrew. That bounces off the rim, no good. And that's the end of the third quarter. And after 3 quarters of play, the Lady Bears 45, Lady Wolverines 17.
Hey, I'm Jess, but you can call me the Tire Queen. For the best deals on tires, come and see me at Advanced Automotive on Route 138 in Griswold. Call me at 860-376-8687. But definitely don't talk to my dad. He's definitely not the Tire King.
And right now, Jess the Tire Queen has great deals and excellent service waiting for you at Advanced Automotive, Route 138, Griswold.
Tire Queen!
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
And welcome back to Stonington High School. Mike and John and Dan joyfully bringing you this wonderful basketball game today.
We are, hey, nothing to get down about. It's a rough ball game, but hey, we're watching high school basketball.
Hey, look, whenever you can get out of work and go down and watch basketball in the afternoon, that's not a bad day.
Not a bad day, and if that is your bad day, you got a pretty good life. There's Stonington. There's Dimmick trying to get the shot that's going to go around the rim. No good. Griswold with the possession. There's going to be a foul called. It looks like they're going to call that against Risley. That's her first.
Yeah.
But, Mike, if there's any positives in that third quarter, Griswold was able to score 10. Unfortunately, 6 of those. And there's a basket
by Beacott. She's got 4.
6 of those points were by Sonia Matheson, whose afternoon is over after fouling out in the third. So Griswold going to have to rely on their underclassmen centers to fill that void made by number 15.
If anything, this is really good experience for Nielsen.
And that 3-point shot falls low. Stonington with the rebound. They put it back up for 2. That's Dimmick. So Dimmick continuing to score along with teammate Drago. They go to Nielsen. She kicks it back out to Beacott. Going back underneath to Nielsen. Battling for it underneath. And there's Pettigrew fighting for it. We do have a jump ball possession, Griswold. All the way out to Van Landen. She's going to fight underneath. Whoa! Oh, what a block against Giroux right there by number 15, Dimmick. Another shot doesn't fall. Griswold comes up with the rebound.
Come on, Lindsay, just pop it. Nope.
Trying to get it into Nielsen, and once again, that's going to be, ripped away by Stonington.
Just taken.
So Lady Bears coming back to their side of the court. Battle with it underneath. That's going to fall out of bounds. They're going to keep it Stonington ball. So still the physicality of this ball game still there. We have substitution on the court. We're going to see Presley Smith.
Presley Smith coming in for the first time today. Was that Dimmick? Leaving the game.
Going to get a rest.
I think she might be done.
So that shot's off the rim. Eliason with the rebound for Griswold. She's going to bring it across half court herself. Go all the way down to Van Lannen. She's going to kick it back to Eliason. Eliason with the shot off the side of the rim, but Giroux's right there with the rebound. She's going to put it back up. That goes wide. Battle underneath between Nielsen and Smith. Ball's out of bounds. Remains Griswold possession. All the way out to Eliason. She's going to work her way in underneath. That shot had a hand on it. It fell short. Goes out of bounds. It'll still be green ball.
Stonington scored 24 points in the third.
Yes, they did.
Griswold had 10.
All the way out to Eliason, almost at midcourt. Feeding it underneath to Nielsen. Nielsen looking for someone to go. She goes out to Van Lannen. Van Lannen works her way underneath, kicks it to Beacott. Beacott with the shot off the side of the rim. Fighting for the rebound. It bounces all the way out to Eliason at the top, going all the way down to the corner to Giroux. She's going to go up underneath. Oh, and with a Giroux little hooky hook, 2 point.
A little hooky hook?
Yeah.
Is that what you call that?
So Drago working out, kicking it back out to Fernholtz. Going underneath the Risley. Risley back out to Pettigrew. She's going to work her way in. And there's Risley right there against the glass for 2.
And what was that?
That was a ball out of bounds. Change of possession, Lady Bears. 4:44 left in the ball game. Your score, Stonington 49, Griswold 21. There's Pettigrew with the pass out to Fernholtz. Go to Smith to Risley. Risley battling against Nielsen. Kick it back out to Fernholtz. Underneath to Risley. Giroux tried to get a handle in it. Able to kick it back out for the Bears. They go out to Pettigrew on the outside. She goes back to the top to Fernholtz. Pettigrew with the shot. Oh, and she sinks it for 2.
30-point lead, 51-21.
So Pettigrew with 5 points on the afternoon.
4 to go. Looks like we're going to get another substitution. Faith Russell going to come in for the Wolverines.
So we've got a foul call. Here come the subs.
It's on Van Lannen, right? Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, it's Risley.
Risley.
That's her second. Faith Russell comes into the ball game for Griswold.
See, we already announced Presley Smith into the game.
And they have Sierra Lund in for Stonington. Here's another substitution for the Lady Bears. This is Patel.
Dia Patel. It's good. You got a comfortable lead, put the kids out there.
There's the shot by Risley. That's going to fall short. Rebound, Griswold. Eliason bringing it across all the way over to Beacott. She stands up. That shot was blocked. No good. Goes out of bounds. Off Nielsen, it'll be Stonington ball. So once again, another opportunity for the Lady Wolverines to score. Goes the way of a change of possession. Here comes Stonington. Lund brings it across for the Lady Bears. Feeding it underneath to Risley. She puts the shot up. No good. The rebound. Christina, she gets, there's Patel coming up with it.
Oh, fighting.
There's a battle underneath between Beacott and Patel. Jump ball, possession, Griswold.
A little feistiness there by Patel.
Definitely some.
I've been sitting on the bench the whole game. Let me get in
Coach,
there.
I'm ready to play. So there's Van Lannen with the shot. That's off the rim, no good. Griswold fighting for the rebound. They knock it out of bounds for Stonington.
Did you see the look on Lindsay's face? Just total frustration.
Another substitution for the Lady Bears. We're going to see number 4, Elizabeth Jones, coming in the game. And she's immediately going to get the pass from Lund. Work it
show-
over to Patel.
Little Showtime dribble there by Jones. Look at that.
Risley at the – no, that's Presley.
Did you like that?
I did.
Patel
with the shot and 2 points.
Get the kids in. Let's play some basketball.
They can score too. So Faith Russell kicking it out to Beacott. Beacott going back down to Van Lannen. Van Lannen with a shot for 2.
There you go.
She sinks it.
Van with their first points of the game.
That's going to go out of bounds.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go. The ball was coming to me.
I had that one. So Griswold with the possession after the Stonington ball out of bounds. Eliason bringing it back across. Goes over to Van Lannen. Van Lannen going underneath to Nielsen. Nielsen kicks it out to Russell. Russell back to Van Lannen.
You imagine when Nielsen starts getting confidence in her shot, at 6 feet tall, she's going to be deadly under there.
Tried to get it to her underneath, and that's going to go out of bounds. She was battling.
This freshman class that the Wolverines have, just excellent.
They're pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They really are. So the pass tried to go over to Lund. Loss of possession, goes into the backcourt, but not a backcourt. So there's Risley underneath. She gets by Nielsen, and there's Russell with a big hand knocking it out of the way. Van Lannen with it down to Eliason. Eliason working her way down. She puts the shot up, and she will score 2 points. So Eliason with 4 in the ball game, all in the second half. Here come the Lady Bears. Lund bringing it across over to Patel. Patel gets it into Smith. Smith working against Russell. She's with the shot. That's going to go long. Nielsen with the rebound. She feeds it out to Eliason, who's going to bring it across for the Lady Wolverines. She's going to go down to Beacott in the corner, feed it back to Nielsen underneath. Back out to Eliason at the top, trying to get it to Russell. Hands are on the ball, bouncing around, but Griswold able to maintain possession. Van Lannen feeding it over to the Deuce, who gets it down to Beacott in the corner. She puts the shot up off the rim, but Russell with the rebound. Eliason with the shot off the rim, but Nielsen with the rebound feeds it out to Beacott. Beacott works her way across the baseline, trying to put it up and bounces off the back of the backboard. Ball's on the court. We got a jump ball, but it will be possession Stonington. 21 seconds left to play in this ball game.
Yeah, you inbound the ball, and you just run the clock out. Griswold just stay back, no foul, no reason to foul at this point.
No, it wouldn't really gain you anything at this point. But there's Eliason playing tough. She steals it from Lund. She's going to bring it across, put it against. She'll get another 2 points. That's 4 for Eliason here in the fourth.
Yeah. Don't foul, but steal the ball and score. There you go.
Absolutely. Ooh, Patel with a big pick against Eliason. They're able to get it to
Patel is impressive.
And that's the ball game. Your final score, Stonington 53, Griswold 27.
All right, we'll be back in a minute and wrap things up right here on SNSN.
Did you know that Allstate Insurance, the Trahan agency, has 2 offices now, Plainfield and East Lyme? And that's good news for you, since Kevin Trahan has been in the insurance business for well over a quarter of a century. Plus, he's easy to find. Just search in any browser, Kevin Trahan, Allstate Insurance, and when you get to his Facebook page, you'll find tons of helpful information on questions you may not even have thought to ask. Allstate Insurance, Trahan Agency, Plainfield, and East Lyme, proud sponsor of Griswold Youth Football. The holidays are over and it's time to start paying the bills. Let Cash for Cars help you out by taking away that old jalopy in the backyard. You know, the one back there. Cash for Cars will tow away your cars, trucks, SUVs, and pay you $300 to $400 in cash. Blown up, no title or keys, they don't care. Call Cash for Cars, 860-373-2556, or shoot them a message on Facebook. Search Cash, the number 4, Cars. Cash, the number 4, Cars. And get paid now.
And we're back here at Stonington High School. We just saw the Griswold Lady Wolverines get eliminated from the ECC Tournament, losing to the Stonington Bears by the score of 53-27. John, you had said during the break there that the Wolverines just didn't have an answer. And honestly, I don't think today they knew what the question was.
Right. They studied for the wrong exam today.
Yeah.
Definitely not the type of ball game that we expected at the top of the broadcast and stuff that we had looked at. We even said, all bets are off in the playoffs.
Right.
But I can tell you, Stonington had the right bet today, and they were able to bring it home and get a very commanding win over Griswold, nearly 30 points.
I was really kind of shocked because the first two contests between these teams were very, very close.
8 and 10.
Yeah. So, I mean, they weren't blowouts, and I really expected the same thing. And, we didn't get that. But the downside is that the Wolverines are eliminated from ECC play. The Bears go ahead and move on. I think they get Plainfield next, right?
Is that? Oh, I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but the good news is that the Wolverines aren't done.
The Lady Wolverines season is not over, like we talked about. They have a makeup game against Ellis Tech at Ellis Tech tomorrow night at 6:00. And, of course, there's the state tournament that Griswold will participate in.
I'm going to take a look here and see who they are. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Where is it? No, that's the wrong division. Come on, Mike. No, they're going to play the winner between Wyndham and Lyman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm thinking.
Well, that's two teams that Stonington Ball Club has also faced earlier in the season and performed quite well against.
Yeah, well, Stonington's in the semis. Okay, so they're going to get. I'm going to predict they're going to get Wyndham, and then you got St. Bernard and Wheeler. I'm going to go with St. Bernard's, the number 1 seed, and then Plainfield, Montville.
Right. Yeah.
Who do you pick? That's a toss up. I'm going to go Plainfield. I think your final, not to play the odds or play the seeds, but I think you got a St. Bernard's versus Stonington victory final at Mohegan Sun.
Saints Bears. Not out of question.
Watered down. Bang! They're dropping stuff all over here at Stonington.
Yeah,
They're
she's
excited
like,
for the
thanks
win.
for that. Thanks for announcing that over the radio. I appreciate it.
Well, actually, we're streaming it. They saw it.
Post it on Snapchat.
Yeah, no kidding. So anyway, yeah, they got one more game, and then there are still the states, and that's that.
Right, but I'm looking at this. Really, two standouts in this ball game for Stonington today with number 11 and Drago
Dimmick
and number 15 Gabriella Dimmick. I tell you what, Drago with 19, 3 for 4 from the line. Dimmick with 13, and she was 4 for 6. Well, the whole Stonington Ball Club was just deadly.
How much did you have for Dimmick?
What was it, 13, or did I miscount? Did
I
miss a quarter?
I got yeah, you might. I actually have 8, 10, 13, 15, 17 for Dimmick.
Very well could.
4 in the first, 3 in the second.
Yep.
And then 10 in the third.
Yep, there you go.
So, anyway.
But yeah, still 19-17 combined. They were 7 for 10 from the line.
Well, we move on.
We do.
We move on. State's coming up pretty soon, and we will, as soon as we know the pairings, we'll go ahead and announce the pairings for the states. But Griswold has been eliminated from the ECC Girls Tournament this year for 2022, taken out by the Bears of Stonington here in the Bear Lair.
The Bear Lair, Stonington High School.
All right, John, take us home.
So you've been watching Griswold High School girls basketball on SNSN Radio, the streaming news and sports network. I'm John Harden, along with Mike Minarski and Dan No Name Matheson, bringing you the live pictures. We wish Coach Solar and the Lady Bears all the best as they continue through the ECC championship. And until next time,
whenever that might be.
Right. Good night.